It is Sunday, the 5th of April 2020, and Clive and I have just enjoyed a great meal of spaghetti al pesto. The poem that I am about to read to you explains how I first learned how to make pesto genovese. But I will give a little background first. From 1973 to 1976, I was manager in charge of the office in Genoa of a large firm of international public accountants. During this time, my wife, Dorothea, and I lived in a small village in Liguria, and it was there I met Anita, the proprietor of a greengrocer's shop in the village. I think it is important to recognise that if you hope to gain anything from living in a country other than your own, that you have to become part of the community in which you live. My wife and I did that in both Germany and Italy. It is unlikely that the events that I relate in this poem would have taken place if we had not done that. So here is the poem. Iain's pesto. Well, Anita's really. This is a tale of a discovery which became an important element in my life, altering, as it did, my perception of the nature of good food. The place of the discovery? Palanese, a small village on the Ligurian coast, 10 miles east of Genoa, overlooking the Golfo di Paradiso. Anita, proprietor of a greengrocer's shop, was the agent of my discovery, being amazed to learn that I'd never heard of basilico, that most fragrant herb. We communicated in her Genovese and my halting Italian her question, "Have you ever tasted pesto?" admitting that it was unknown to me. She said to the whole shop full of locals, "This man has never heard of pesto. Should I help him?" Their assent was enthusiastic, clearly keen on my schooling. She took a paper bag, and into it she put basilico, prezzemolo, aglio, parmigiano, and pinoli, thrusting a marble mortaio and wooden pestello into my hands, together with oral instructions for making pesto. "Do you have olio and spaghetti at home?" "Yes," I told her, and she said, "Put these ingredients into the mortaio and pestate, 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 before adding olio and salt to taste. Cook the spaghetti al dente, add the pesto. It is the best meal in the world." And it was indeed the best meal in the world, joining in companionship other best meals. This was a defining revelation which altered our diet even on our return to the United Kingdom. But finding that fresh basil was unobtainable, we grew our own on windowsills. At that time, in the 70s, it was difficult to find garlic in local supermarkets, and olive oil was only to be found in small quantities in chemist shops for a purpose unknown to me. But today, the ingredients are all easily found, and spaghetti al pesto has become a regular and welcome meal, often for guests who are overwhelmed by the taste when first meeting it. They say, "Oh, Iain, your pesto is the best in the world." "Och," say I, trying to be modest, but failing. Well, Anita would be proud of me. Though she might not like the cream, I add, to make it easier to coat the pasta, likely saying, It is not entirely authentic, not the way the Genovese would make it, not the way I would make it. Still, my pesto, really her pesto, though modified, adds to our happiness and to that of our friends, a symbol of harmony between nations.